Okay, I can't take myself serious. 3, 2, 1. Hey everyone, I'm Emily Nobles, and this year I'm serving as the Area 2 President.
I'm Jasmine Jones, and I'm serving as your Area 2 Vice President.
We're here today to tell y'all all about our new experiences we've had while serving as area officers and kind of talk about the things we have planned for this upcoming year and all the things we want to see happen in FFA. So, I'll start. Back in the beginning of August, we of course attended our area officer training, and we stayed at Camp Brent Walker, which is very different from expected. We had to use bathhouses and sleep in bunk beds.
It was hot that weekend.
It was really hot, and that was the biggest struggle. But while we were there, we led and went through a bunch of workshops led by our state officers. We talked all about the importance of being strong area officers, what we need to do in our workshops, the things we plan to do for this year, and just overall becoming better officers to serve all of you this year. A big takeaway that I had was that our entire area officer team finally was able to become a lot closer, because I know I couldn't attend leadership camp and we were all kind of spread out and we all live in different places, so it's kind of hard to maintain or keep that bond going from state convention. But being stuck with each other and having to work on so many projects and planning for the year, we really just learned the ins and outs of each other while learning our strengths and weaknesses in order to make our team work this year. So, JJ, do you have anything to say?
About like area officer training?
Just anything.
I really liked area officer training. I think it was a really good opportunity for it was almost like the first time that our entire team got to be together and work on things together and plan for our events this year together, since we've just been so split up and people haven't been able to make things very often, and it was just so great to be able to work as a team towards some of the goals that we have this year.
Yeah, for sure. I think another thing, just now that I think about it, is even though we were going through all this stress to be prepared to give speeches and be prepared to interview and run for area office, honestly it's been one of the most rewarding things, just because now I feel I just feel like I've grown a lot or become a lot more confident in myself, and am able to go and talk to these people in our area, in our community, and that makes it more fun, because if you would have asked me a year ago, I wouldn't go up and talk to random people, but now I'm hey, how are you? Let's talk about FFA, all this. So I don't know, I just think even though there's a lot of leadership and stress that can come with being officers, I still have a lot of fun with it either way. I'm glad to be where we are. I'm glad to have our team. So
I agree with Emily when she talked about kind of the part where she wouldn't have been able to go up and talk to people like she is right now, and I think area officer training and leadership camp helped a lot with that. I know when I first joined FFA, I was never the person to walk up and start talking to people, start making friends. I would always kind of hang out with my little group of people that I knew or that were really familiar to me. But now I found myself a lot at leadership camp, and especially area officer training. Whenever I was put into groups, going up to people, going up to the quiet kid, going up to the kid who wasn't part of the group, and just kind of talking to them and kind of trying to see what we have in common, what we can talk about, things that we have in common.
Absolutely. So, as I said earlier, I did not attend our area's leadership camp. I did attend Area 3's. However, shout out to y'all. Thanks for welcoming me. I feel like I'm part of the team. Anyways, and so I kind of only saw the leadership aspect of it, having a small area officer training, kind of learning about the duties and responsibilities we had this year. So, JJ, my question for you is, what was the real leadership camp like?
Yeah, definitely. So, Area 1 and Area 2 leadership camp was really, really fun. It was lots of just different experiences and learning all sorts of new things. It was my first time meeting my 2 other teammates that I hadn't met at state convention, and we got to go through some area officer training there, which was a lot of fun, getting to know each other, kind of being together and doing things like our area team contract, which later got lost, but we have a picture of it, so it's fine. We got to do all kinds of little fun activities. I really liked, the meals were really good. Breakfast, out of this world. It was so good. There was just, the fruit, the yogurt, chef's kiss. Another thing that we did a lot of activities. So We did like a scavenger hunt where we got to meet people from all over the 2 areas, and I really liked how you shared a room maybe with a different chapter. I know I did, and that was really just kind of like eye-opening to me, that I got to get that I got to spend time with other people that weren't in my own chapter. Also, the sessions were really, really great. The skits were tons of fun. We got to practice as area officers. We got to do our first opening ceremonies and flag raising, which would have been on the same day. For my flag raising part, I had to take on somebody's part like
No
2 days
comment.
before.
No comment. She pulled
But
through, y'all.
we
I'm
got
serious.
through, y'all.
She
I was so nervous. I was standing up there and I was like, am I gonna remember both parts? The entire time I was just like saying the first sentence in my head, like da-da-da. I don't even remember it now,
Yes.
but I was so nervous.
And like the thing with that is like it's not open in ceremonies where you have to say it
No.
at every area thing, every like
No.
event. Like this is, we got an email and we're like, everyone has
Yes.
to learn it, and then she to do double the work.
It was like,
So.
for us, for Area 2, it was like a little poem that we
Yes.
did. And I really liked the poem, but it was a lot to
Yes.
memorize in sort of a short amount of time.
Mhm.
It was enough time, but not enough for me,
Yes.
the over-preparer, the anxious
Yeah, absolutely.
person who needs extra time to prepare. But we got through that perfectly fine. I go to do opening ceremonies, y'all, and everything was going good. We did like the little tunnel. We took our picture with the gavel, and we were in position, and everything went perfectly up until my last line of, I care for the meeting room in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun. And mind you, we practiced before this. Never once did I mess up in practice. Never once. Got this line every time. In opening ceremonies, like, I blanked. And I was like, what's that line? And so I only remembered, I was like, just make something up really quick. You're like, no one knows.
Yes.
And the only line, the singular only line that I could think of in the entire script for the opening ceremonies was, I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia.
That she does, y'all. That
And
she
so
does.
I said it, and I was like, I don't remember anything else. I looked at Miss Katie, and I was like, please go on, please
Save
go on,
me.
please go on. And she was like, why is the president so stationed? And I was like, the rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. And I finished that one perfectly. It was just the last line of my vice president's
Yes.
part that got me, and it snagged me good. Like, I was going full blast during opening ceremony. Like, I remembered everything, and I was like, this is gonna be perfect. Our team's doing great.
Yes.
And then I messed up. I was the one who messed up. And I was like, oh, I did not just forget a whole, I did.
Y'all,
I did.
And I'm telling you, this is like scarred JJ for life.
This has scarred me
at
for life.
AOT, like we had to do opening ceremonies, like we practiced them once and did it another time. And she was just like in there like, y'all, I'm gonna forget my
Yes.
entire thing. Like I'm shaking, like, and we were like, JJ, you've been practicing this for months. Like you've got it. Like you had one error, and like if we're being honest, like I doubt anyone noticed anyways, because like nobody really knows unless they're paying attention.
Or
And
unless that's like their part.
yes.
And like their opening ceremonies.
So, guys, in future area events, do not be worried, because I promise you, JJ knows her stuff.
I know my stuff now.
Because she stresses out about it so much that it is just like, it's there. It is stuck and will be there like till the end of her days. Like
during
so.
AOT, I made them practice like 50 times
Yes.
in preparation, and then we quit practicing, and I continued to say it over and over and over again.
Yes.
While we were literally in the huddle for the little tunnel. We're
she
doing
was
the
still doing
swaying,
it.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
I care for the meeting room paraphernalia, not that line. And they were all like, it's gonna be fine.
Yes.
But I was like, I thought the same thing before I
Yes.
completely forgot my part.
It's true. And like even like the hours before we did it at AOT, she was like walking around like
It's like, I can't wait to get opening ceremonies over.
Yes, and like we were the second group to go, so it was fine. Like I was very content with that. But I'm telling y'all, like she did it good. We all did our opening ceremonies good. We represented well.
We did
so-
represent. And
Don't
like
fret.
when I started saying it, I was like out of breath because my heart
Yes.
was beating so fast. I was like, I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they're at their stations, and report back to you, Madam Vice President. The Sentinel.
I'll give you more of a break next time. I'll be like, oh, wait a second. And then we'll be like, are they at their stations?
Sarah Kate's like saying her part, and I'm standing over there like,
where's my inhaler? Where's my inhaler?
Like, I'm not hyperventilating. Because I was so scared.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah. So we have forestry coming up. I think it's September 19th. So if any of y'all see this, I don't really know where this is going. Anyways. But
it's at Gum Springs.
Yes, and we'll be at Gum Springs. Pull up. We will be there. We will show you our opening ceremonies.
Our opening ceremonies, our correct opening ceremonies.
Yes, because we're gonna talk a lot about trees and a lot about.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not in forestry.
It's okay. I'm forestry representative.
Nursery and landscaping is cooler.
To all of you forestry people out there, I love you. You get it. You get
it. To
all
of you nursery and landscaping people out there, to all of you dairy cattle evaluation people out there,
yeah, justice for y'all.
To all of the prepared speakers out there, to all of the Korean speakers out there.
She's still going, y'all.
We love y'all. I love y'all.
Okay.
Y'all are my people.
She loves y'all. We all love you too. It's just there's a special place in our hearts.
Yes.
I'm gonna go off with that.
Especially dairy cattle evaluation.
Yeah,
You guys have
I've heard many a stories.
Oh my gosh.
So like,
we could get into this one.
I pray to y'all. I pray for y'all. Oh my God, tell them the Baskin-Robbins story.
Tell them okay. So fun fact, we were at like the day before state for dairy cattle evaluation, and we were chilling. We were down south, and we went to this Baskin-Robbins for some dessert. And we were sitting there. This was like right after COVID. I think this was like
2021? No.
2022.
Yeah.
It was 2022, and so it was still like a lot of places didn't have the inside open yet. And so Baskin-Robbins was one of these places, and they asked us to go through the drive-thru. Cool, no problem. We're sitting there waiting for our ice cream, and we see like these two girls in this parking lot. I don't know if they were keying this guy's car. I don't know if they were like busting a window. I don't know what they were doing. They were messing his car up. And we were literally just sitting there watching it like, what is going on? Why are they messing with his car? And they're clearly angry. They're like destroying this car. And this guy comes up from like the corner of the parking lot, and he's like, you guys shouldn't be destroying that car. And the girls were like, and we were sitting there watching this like it's a movie theater or something. And they were like, you don't know what he's done. You know, like, don't mind your own business. We will key this man's car if we want. I'm assuming he like cheated or something. I don't know. But it was juicy. It was like watching a little play going
Real
on.
Housewives right here.
And then finally, everyone else gets their ice cream, and they don't have any of the flavors that I want. I only wanted chocolate. That's all I wanted. I'm a simple gal, and they don't have chocolate. And she was like, well, triple chocolate work. And I was like, that'll work. She goes back. She's like, we don't have triple chocolate. And I was like, well, what else do you guys have? And she's like, we have like chocolate birthday cake or something. I don't know if that's what it was called. It was something random. Yeah. And I was like, do y'all have that? And she's like, let me go check. And she's like, no, we don't have that. And so I ended up ordering something really, really insanely random, and I don't even remember what it was, but it was good.
Okay, that's good. The one thing I remember, like every time I hear the story or think about, is what is the difference between single chocolate, double chocolate, and triple chocolate? Because it's like they're different flavors. It's not like the scoop.
Mm-hmm. So let me tell you, I have no clue what it is, but I'm a big chocolate girl, and we were at leadership camp, and we went to go, I don't remember, it was like the cookies and ice cream place.
They posted on Instagram.
I don't know what it's called, but it's really good. And it's like that place that sells cookies and ice cream in Alec, or Alexandria. I need to be proper. And we were eating there, and I saw like this, they had regular chocolate, which I would normally order, and then I saw like this birthday cake chocolate. Mm-hmm. And I'm like a birthday cake gal too. Like,
it's so good.
I love chocolate primarily. My love for chocolate takes precedence over everything else. Mm-hmm. But birthday cake is also good.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I would love to taste the two combined. Let me tell you, I got the chocolate birthday cake, and it tasted exactly like chocolate. Could not tell the difference. I'm convinced there is no difference.
There isn't. Like, I don't understand how you can make
How do you make more chocolate?
more chocolate if it's just chocolate.
I can understand like dark chocolate.
But, yeah,
maybe.
but that's like different chocolate,
Yeah.
you know, like, and you could like lighten it. I don't know. So that's our question for y'all. What is the difference? Excuse me. What? What is the difference between single chocolate, double chocolate, triple chocolate, like all the chocolates?
Birthday cake chocolate.
Birthday cake chocolate, like, we need to know, because, like, this is a pressing issue.
It is.
If I'm being honest, if this doesn't get figured out for me, like, I'm going to think about it the rest of my life. Like,
Same.
so,
Like how.
just a PSA.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Can you think of any? Oh, oops.
Sorry,
wreck.
We've been swinging the whole time.
yeah.
That's the first time we bumped into
It's
each
not
other's
very,
chairs.
This is very, like, chill vlog. Of
Chill
us.
vlog.
So, I feel like that's kind of all we have for now.
I think we've talked it up.
We've talked about a lot, and for those of you out there, if you want to hear more about our exciting stories and our experiences as area officers, come talk to us. We'll be at every area event, every state event, hopefully. Not really sure. Anyways, but yeah, we love you guys. Thanks for watching. This is Emily and other Emily, aka JJ, signing out. Bye. Okay.